Leadership changes over time like anything else. Right now, there's an acceleration of that change and there's one role that's really, really important, I think, for leaders at the moment. But before talking about that, there are a couple of definitions of leadership that I wanted to share, because leadership means a lot of things to different people. So the classic definition is that leadership defines what the future should look like, aligns people with the vision, and inspires them to make it happen despite obstacles. And that was John Kotter. Ancient wisdom says that a leader is best when people barely know he exists. That's when a leader's best. His work is done, his aim fulfilled when they say, "We did it ourselves." And that was Lao Tzu. Now, one of the modern greats said it like this: "It's better to lead from behind and put others in front." That was Nelson Mandela. And finally, we'll have a look at a Ronald Reagan quote. Actually, he said, "The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things." Now, in the time of COVID, it's all well and good, and they sound like very grandiose kind of statements. So let's go into the sunset and conquer that hill. Let's take that territory, take that competitor, be number one, whatever it is, restructure a whole industry, redefine what it means to blah, blah. All well and good, but right now there are some more urgent and gritty needs. Right now, leaders are struggling with how to keep culture in an organization. That's one thing. Secondly, they are worried, we're all worried about productivity. Are people more productive in these COVID work from home days? And thirdly, the staff themselves. They're scared, they're anxious, they're not sure about what's going to happen in the future. So leaders have to deal with that, and I think that's the most pressing thing of all. So it's well and good to go off and conquer something into the distance, but we have to get a little bit more gritty, as I mentioned earlier. So how do you do that? Well, you can look at the ancient, or actually modern art of kintsugi, which is a Japanese art of putting together broken pieces of pottery and cutlery. So you imagine there's a pot that's broken into 3 or 4 pieces, falls on the ground, you put it together meticulously with some very good adhesives, a shiny lacquer on top, and transform what was otherwise broken into something more beautiful than the original. We've got that opportunity as leaders now to do the same. And the way we do that is to be the glue. We need to be the glue that keeps staff working from home together. How do you do that? There are lots of ways to do that, and I won't get into the specifics, but paying particular attention to being the glue between the customer, the staff, and the shareholder, the owner. Those 3 groups really are at the moment grappling with their own issues. So the leader has to be the one in the middle being the glue. Now, being glue does not sound as sexy as conquering a new territory or redefining a whole industry. But right now, it feels like that's what we need to be. We need to be the glue. Be glue. I'm Stephen DiPietro. Thanks for tuning in.